Hilariously to me, about a week and a half ago, I made a video that won't come out because I do that occasionally, where I basically talked about how I'd run out of ideas for videos and I didn't have the energy and I didn't think I'd be making more videos for the foreseeable future, bar a couple that either had already been made or that were in the making. One of those being a new episode of that interview show with New Wave Video. A week later, I filmed that interview with New Wave Video, and I filmed a couple other videos, and I kind of realized that, wow, within that week, which I didn't even bother to edit that video that I'd filmed, I kind of started having ideas again. It's almost therapeutic to me, where I can make a video and talk about how I have no real interest in making videos anymore, I have no spark, it is all gone, all that kind of stuff. And, aside from the obvious ones of here's a Blu-ray haul because it's easy to buy shit and talk about it, and here's the films I watched in the month and the TV shows and whatever, that's the easy stuff. I can always do that. And yeah, so then I started making videos again. I did a fucking interview. It was great. I'm still in the middle of editing it. However, this is, I don't even know if I'm going to advertise this as a Blu-ray haul, because it really isn't. It's a Blu-ray haul and an update, channel update. I say Blu-ray haul because I have one Blu-ray. It's The Dark Half. Wow, look at that, from Eureka, that George Romero film, which is written by Stephen King, so that's nice. It has reversible artwork as well. Why am I showing this off? It's only one disc instead of two discs. I don't really like the original artwork they have there. It's kind of creepy. It's very creepy, in fact. I like that. That guy looks like Bruce Campbell. I know he isn't. But that's my Blu-ray haul. Now we can talk about the channel update. The reason why I'm only showing that off, because the only other Blu-rays I have on order outside of the stuff from the UA video that I don't expect to till the end of October, I have 3 coming in from Imprint, but, well, it's actually a birthday gift from my parents, and that just shipped today, and I'm like, oh shit, alright. I mean, it's technically a September release, but it'll come out in October. So that's cool. It'll come in like next week, and then I'll probably open up to make sure I got all the right things, and then I'll just give the box to my mother to be like, there you go, hold on to this for the next month, basically. Because outside of that, and some CDs coming in, because I'd sold a few things on eBay, so I bought some CDs. Turns out I really like punk. Who'd have thought it? I got the Cramps. I got a bunch of the Cramps albums. Thank you, Natalie, for the suggestions. So there's that, and I got one more Blu-ray coming in aside from that, which is from Amazon, which still hasn't shipped. So that'll be in its own time. I'm going to Japan in October. This video won't come out in October, will it? No, this will probably... No, October's Wednesday, so this will come out earlier, probably. Hopefully. It's a grand final weekend in Australia, in Melbourne, so I've got a 3-day-long weekend. I'm going to use it to edit a bunch of videos and watch a bunch of movies, because it's also Hooptober season, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to do that, despite the fact that I don't have enough time to watch all the Hooptober films. So I'm going to have to binge a couple a day, or 1 or 2 a day, and then when I get back, finish the rest off, assuming I have time to do that, even though the rest of that list should be the films that I can just watch whatever, because Hooptober, if you don't know, is a letterboxd thing. It's been going for 12 years now. They give you 31 films to watch. You basically can choose whatever films you want to, except that you have to have one Toby Hooper film, and the rest are all randomly categorized. You got to cover 90 different countries that aren't the US and Italy, at least per this time around this season. 6 different decades, or was it 6 countries and 9 decades? You got to have some data adaptations, you got to include the Wizard of Oz, there's a whole variety of stuff, which is great. It gives me some fun, some buzz to have for the Halloween season, and if I can knock off all the stuff that I need to do, and then have like 10 extra spaces left, I can just watch whatever the hell I want to, which is what I usually do. So that'll be a video that'll come out in November, obviously. So I'm going to Japan from the 16th of October through to the 26th. I will be back on technically the 27th. I'm back on, is it the 20th? Yeah, no it is, because the 26th is a Sunday. That's my last day in Japan. The 27th is when I actually get back to Australia. So there won't be any videos during that period, because what the hell is the point of me releasing videos when I'm in another country? I'm only away for 10, 11 days, so there's not that much drama. Then I might not have anything come out on the Wednesday either, because I have to go to my partner's place like immediately after I finish work, so, because she lives closer to the airport, and it's like a 6 o'clock flight on the Thursday, good God. But I'm spending 5 days in Tokyo, I'm spending 5 days in Osaka. I'm going to do this all with my partner. We've been planning it for quite a while now. I've been wanting to go back there for several years now. I haven't been there since 2019, so I'm very excited for it. I'm going to bring this camera again, despite it being literally the same camera I used last time, which is hilarious to me. And I will be bringing my brother's GoPro as well, which films in 4K. So, I don't know if I'll film in 4K, because again, I only have, I had to buy 2 new SD cards. One that's 256 gigabytes, holy shit, and one that's 512, which is a micro. Turns out micro SD cards come with regular adapters, so I can still use it in this camcorder. So I didn't really need to buy the 256 gigabyte one, but sure, why not? It means I don't have to stress about space, and I can always recharge every single day with my battery, so that's not a bother either. So it's mostly just down to battery time, and that's the same with the GoPro. You know, there's only a certain amount of hours that I can film per day, because there's no way to charge it, basically, unless you're at the hotel. And because I don't have replaceable batteries, it's all my brother's stuff. And then there's the SD card, which I bought for myself, because he didn't have one, or maybe he does and it's buried somewhere. It doesn't matter. The 512 gigabyte one will give me several hours. It was 13 or 14 in 4K, and then 17 to 19 hours in 1080p. So I'm like, well, realistically, I could probably shoot it all in 4K, but it depends on what days I want to shoot, how I want to shoot it, and stuff like that. Also, I can't have it running for long periods of time, because it gets really hot. So it's a whole thing. It'll be a really fun experiment to try it out with, and to use this camera, of course, to film regular stuff. Hooray! So yeah. That's why this is kind of my last Blu-ray haul for a while, because I haven't been buying Blu-rays, unless I've sold a couple of eBay stuff and have, which is basically selling Blu-rays to buy Blu-rays, is just kind of how that competes. But basically all the money I've had, I've just put into, I want to spend on this trip. So when I get back, which will be after my birthday is on the 24th, I will be doing a Japan video, probably have a week or two of videos of what I filmed in Japan. I might even get around to finally editing the footage I filmed from Tasmania back in January. Oh my god, there's 3 hours of that to edit, and it's a nightmare. It'll be fun to edit, but oh my god, it's not fun to edit. It'll be fun when it gets released, but I don't know how I'm going to do the final product yet. Do I want to put in a bunch of royalty-free music? I don't know, because it turns out a lot of royalty-free music these days is made by AI, and it's depressing. So that's not great. Aside from that, yeah, when I get back, I'll have a birthday haul of what Blu-rays and stuff I got for my birthday, and what I got from my trip, and yeah, then they'll be back to regular programming until the end of November, where there is the Film Bazaar at the Astor, hosted by Den and DVD, which I'll be going to as well. I won't be having a booth like I did earlier this year, where I did have a booth at the Cinemaniacs one, mostly because I don't want to get back from my trip and then have to stress for all of November to get things ready, when realistically it wouldn't be that hard. But November's a really shitty time at my day job, because it's Black Friday at the end of the month, and basically the whole month is sales, and it makes everyone want to kill themselves. So I don't really want to put more stress on myself. So yeah, hence why I took the holiday before November. So also because I just wanted to be in Japan for my birthday. I've never done that before, so fun. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably film some stuff at the bazaar. And that's in 2 months, so there's no real stress about that. But that's basically it. So I can't think of anything else to add. I guess upon reflection of what I was talking about at the start of the video on the whole not having kind of the juice to keep making videos, to have ideas, that was going for a while. I don't really know if people noticed a slump in the fact that I wasn't releasing many videos, or I would go almost a week, if not a week, without a whole release, which usually I try 2 to 3 videos per week. Always a Blu-ray haul, usually, but I try to at least I've been trying to incorporate multiple things coming in for the Blu-ray haul instead of it just being every single week. So they're not like 5-minute videos, but instead 15 to 20 minutes, and encompasses like a 2 to 3 week period usually. But yeah, it's just hence why I added the dark half to this video, because this most recent Blu-ray haul, I was waiting for that one to come in, and it came in on the Thursday, and I filmed that video and released it on the Tuesday, so that was, annoying. But yeah, so I guess I don't know, some kind of inspiration happened. It's just kind of my brain started working again, and I'm back in the groove of making videos, so that's good. Can't tell you how consistent they'll be, but at least I'm happy enough to still get behind the camera and to film. My brother currently has just gone on his trip to Europe, and he won't be back till January, so I don't have to stress about like people getting home and being noisy, because footy season's over. So I have basically a window between 3:30 to 5 o'clock to film each day, but that could also be a window to watch movies, which is what I was also trying to do instead of filming. I want to cut back on how many Blu-rays I'm buying, mostly because I've genuinely run out of space. I have 2 whole stacks that I need to reorganize into this, because I think I might have enough space after that, but since getting a couple more, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't account for those ones. That could be a problem. Luckily, the dark half I don't have to worry about, because that's part of my Romero collection, which goes in the other side of the room. But yeah, so it's interesting stuff, to put it mildly. Anyway, I think I've kept you long enough. Got more stuff coming out. That's good. Yeah, and that interview as well. I hope to do more interviews. I really like doing the interviews. Got a couple people in mind for it, but it's just depending on time. I don't want to approach people now to do it when I'm planning a trip overseas. I don't want to be like stressing it. Whereas like for the New Wave video, I was like, well, their releases are coming out in October. I want the video to be out by October. So let's film the video. And it was great, because it was the one weekend where no one was home, so I had the whole day in here to just film, which it was only like an hour and a bit of a thing. So 2 40-minute sessions on Zoom. Anyway, that's all. So if that video's come out, check it out. If it hasn't, it'll be out soon. It should be out. I'm hoping to get it out this weekend, so it should have already been out. So go check that out with a New Wave video. Yay. Good stuff. Alright, I'll see you kids next time.